Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. It's interesting how some of the most important truths in life are also some of the oldest. Long before there were nations, kingdoms, governments, denominations, social media, self-help books, or relationship experts, there was a garden. And in that garden, God established something that remains foundational to human life even today. Marriage. Genesis 2, verse 24 comes before the fall, before sin entered the world, before the brokenness, conflict, and confusion that would eventually touch every part of human life. That matters because it reminds us that marriage wasn't humanity's ideal. It was God's. This verse is part of His original design. And when we look closely, there are three important movements taking place. First, a man leaves his father and mother. That doesn't mean abandoning family or dishonoring parents. Scripture teaches the importance of honoring our father and mother throughout our lives. What it does mean is that a new primary relationship is being established. A husband and wife are no longer living primarily under the authority and structure of their parents' household. They're beginning a new household together, a new family unit, a new chapter. Then we're told that he shall cleave unto his wife. That's an old word we don't use very often anymore. Other translations say hold fast, be joined, or be united. The picture is one of commitment, not convenience, not temporary companionship. Commitment. The kind that remains when life becomes difficult. The kind that remains when emotions rise and fall. The kind that remains when circumstances become challenging. And that's important because feelings can be very unpredictable. Anyone who has been alive for more than a few years knows that emotions change. Good days come, bad days come. Easy seasons come, hard seasons come. A relationship built entirely upon feelings will always be unstable because feelings were never designed to carry that much weight. Commitment provides something stronger. Then we arrive at the phrase that often receives the most attention. They shall be one flesh. That's more than simply sharing a home, more than sharing finances, than sharing responsibilities. It's a picture of unity. Two lives becoming deeply intertwined. Two people learning to move through life together. That sounds beautiful. And it is. But anyone who has been married for any length of time knows that unity doesn't happen automatically. It takes effort, patience, forgiveness, communication, grace. A lot of grace. A bicycle ride offers a simple illustration. If two riders are traveling together over a long distance, they have to learn how to ride together. One person can't constantly sprint ahead while the other is left behind. One person can't ignore where the other is. There has to be awareness, adjustment, cooperation. The goal isn't simply moving forward individually. The goal is moving forward together. Marriage works the same way. It's not two people living separate lives under the same roof. It's two people learning, day by day, how to become one team. Of course, because we live in a fallen world, none of this happens perfectly. Every marriage consists of two imperfect people. Every husband has flaws, every wife has flaws. And there will be misunderstandings, disappointments, moments that require patience and forgiveness. But Genesis 2, verse 24 reminds us that God's design was never centered on perfection. It was centered on covenant, a commitment that reflects something deeper than personal happiness alone. In fact, throughout Scripture, marriage becomes a picture of God's faithfulness, His commitment, His covenant love, His willingness to remain faithful even when people are not. That's one reason this verse continues to matter thousands of years after it was first written. It's not merely describing a social arrangement. It's revealing something about God's heart and His design for human relationships. So, as you begin this week, whether you're married, single, widowed, or somewhere in between, take a moment to reflect on the faithfulness of God. Because every healthy relationship ultimately points back to Him. The God who keeps His promises, who remains faithful, who established covenant from the very beginning. And long before the noise and chaos of the modern world arrived, He gave humanity a picture of commitment, unity, and faithfulness that still speaks to us today. Thank you for joining me here today, my friends, my family, and anyone else who might be riding along and listening as we begin off this here work week. I hope to see you here tomorrow, and until then, Abba willing, shalom, shalom.